Israel's Prime Minister, as I just mentioned, has vowed to dismantle and demolish Hamas ahead of an expected coordinated assault by ground, sea and air. Israel's chief military spokesperson says they are prepared to fight on two fronts, if need be, after the Iranian-backed Hezbollah escalated tensions on the Lebanon border, killing one person and injuring 3 others.
So we're assessing that situation. We are deployed in the north. We are vigilant and responding to each and every act of aggression by Hezbollah.
Let's get to the main overnight developments now. Officials say 2,670 people have been killed in Gaza. The death toll in Israel stands at 1,400. More than 1,000 people are reportedly missing underneath rubble from bombed-out buildings in Gaza. 600,000, that's the estimate, have moved south ahead of an expected ground offensive on the Gaza Strip. Israel has accused Hamas, meanwhile, of preventing the evacuation of civilians from the northern part of the Strip as residents run low on food, water and medical supplies. Let's go to Israel now, and joining us live from Sderot in the southern part of the country is CNN's Nic Robertson. Nic, good to see you this evening. Your time. How would you describe the atmosphere there this evening?
You know, along the border, on the Israeli side of the border, there's a sense that a ground force going into Gaza could be coming. We've spent much of the day with Israeli troops training for that. Some of them were in this sort of model village that's been created, built, huge concrete village or town, if you will, that's supposed to replicate a Palestinian town. It's got mosques, it's got shops, it's got houses. So the troops who are doing sort of last-minute training exercises in there. We were with another group of troops who were quite literally parked up, different units in a field together. There were tanks, there were infantry, there were combat engineers. And they were rehearsing for that moment when they get the orders to go into Gaza, if they get the orders, to move off and head into potential direct confrontation with Hamas. So the preparations are being made. The political decision to ask the military to do a ground incursion, that has not happened. But at the same time, from where we stand here, the airstrikes continue in Gaza. We've heard a lot of heavy explosions tonight coming from Gaza, which is quite literally a mile behind me here. We've had incoming rockets in the last 30 minutes, actually, coming out of Gaza over our heads here, intercepted by the Iron Dome missile defense system. And those were rockets intended for this town. So when you talk about the atmosphere here on this side of the line, it's one that feels it's getting increasingly on a war footing. Inside of Gaza, as you say, the UN agencies are reporting huge numbers of the population on the move. They talk about a population of 1.1 million people in the north of Gaza, and if 500,000 are on the move, that leaves another 500,000 or so in the north of Gaza, and the airstrikes continue into that. Water shortages. Hospitals there, according to one UN agency, are running out of body bags. There's a situation being described in Gaza right now by UN agencies and Palestinian health officials is a dire one, and the death toll in Gaza has already surpassed the death toll that the UN and Palestinian health officials said happened in the last time Israeli troops went into Gaza, which was back in 2014, and that was more than a 50-day conflict. So the picture of a dire situation inside Gaza is really a very strong picture today.
Yeah, this conflict could be well above that 50-day conflict from 2014, as you pointed out there, Nic. Thanks for your time this morning. We'll talk to you again soon.